Good day everybody, Stefja back. Now today, I'm actually going to be introducing a whole new game to you. This here is a new game called VRchat, which has recently become pretty popular. Now, to begin with this game, it is called VRchat, but you don't per se need VR. And a lot of users who play this don't have it. The ones that do are better with it, but nonetheless, there is one thing which everyone wants, and that is their own skin. So, today I'm going to be teaching you all how to get stuff like all of these characters into the game. Meaning the MMD characters going into your game. So, let's begin. There's going to be an unedited video, practically, so beware. So, let's get started by going into the system and lowering people's voices because it's a little bit too much. Okay, so what we're going to do first. Now, you guys would normally, if you've already got this game, you would close it, but I'm just going to minimize it. Though you can keep it open while doing this. So, you're going to be needing a variable amount of stuff, which I'm going to be walking you guys through quickly. So, first thing you want to do is go to your VRchat. Now, you can either have this done by Steam or through the normal form. So, I myself have a Steam account, but I don't use it for the sake of getting these characters in. So what you have to do is make a normal account of this game, sign in on it on the site, and then download the SDK. Now remember the SDK because this is going to be very important. Next up, you are going to be needing Unity. To be precise, Unity 5.6.3p1 among the patch releases. This here you'll have to let install, and this takes some time, but I already did it. So, next up, we go to GitHub. I'll be having all of these links down in the description below. And you're going to be getting this, the Blender MMD tools. You're going to be going to clone or download and download zip. Now remember that as well, because that's going to be important too. Because along with the MMD tools, you're going to be needing this, the Cat's Blender plugin. You're going to be having to use this if you want your MMD characters to go anywhere. This here will also be useful. This is the cubed Unity shaders. These will be used later as well in the video for, well, making your characters look a little more enjoyable. And for our characters, we are actually going to be going to a person called Sarita-chan on DeviantArt. And we're going to be looking around. We're going to be going to all these characters that he's created. And we're going to be choosing one which has a low amount of what they're called polygons. Now, polygons are a very notable thing. Polygons are what makes up the character, basically. The amount of triangles, basically. So, what we are going to be choosing, let's see. I'm actually going to be taking one which requires a special program called Zip Extractor. And I'll link you the exact site from where to get it and how to use it. Just follow the instructions and you'll learn how to do it. So let's go ahead, let's go back up and choose one of these contact collection characters. What about which one would be good? Does this one have a oh yeah, you also need to watch out for this. There's sometimes passwords required for these skins. If there are, the most common way to solve that, excuse me, is by taking these numbers, then you copy that, then you return, and then you go to the link of the model. Now oh, look at that, this one is actually not available anymore. So let's go for, we'll just go for this, who cares. I mean, I know she's in a way underage, but whatever. So, let's see if this one's gonna work. Some people are really putting some music on in the background. Oh, again! Now, this is going to be a thing that you'll sometimes encounter, that these characters are just not available to you. If so, try and move on to the other one, or try to find a different place to find them. So, this one I have one of the other models of, so I know that this is gonna work. Now, when you're going to Nico Video, which is Japan's variant of YouTube, you're going to be wanting to make an account. After that, you can just hop on over to download, and you agree to the terms of service and download. Now, the download may take a couple minutes, depending on how good your internet is. Personally, ours absolutely sucks. So, meanwhile, you're going to also be needing this here program, Blender. You just have to look this up on the internet and download the latest variant. Not that there are much more variants. So, once you've done that, and you've installed everything, you're going to be needing to go to the, where is it? You're going to be needing to go to Blender. That there's actually in my videos folder. That's a bit odd. Okay. Anyway, you're going to be having to go to the assets folder, which if you go to Unity's program files, which I believe is actually within the program files. Hold on. Yes, Blender Foundation. Then you go to Blender, your variant. I believe it was script. Yes. Now we go to add-ons. And if I'm going to be searching MMD, I've already put my MMD tools in. So what you're going to want to do is go to those assets or the add-ons, and you're going to be wanting to put in MMD tools and the Cat's Blender plugin, because Cats makes everything a whole lot easier. Once you've done all of those steps, you are going to be starting. Oh, give me a second. Fuck you, Origin. So we're going to be going to Blender. In the beginning, it might do that. That's just because my PC is so old. So we're going to be going to File and then over to User Preferences. Then to Add-ons, we're going to be typing in MMD, accept that little box, then we're going to be typing in Cat, and accept the box of 3D View Cat's Blender plugin. Now, down here there are two new tabs, MMD Tools and Cats. We're going to be going to Cats. Then you're going to be wanting to go to Import Model. Now, I actually use a certain system, so we're going to be having to go zip, get the latest file that I've obtained. Oh god, the noise is in the background. Now, we're going to be going to Document, shove in the documents, which it appears we've already got this character. But we're going to be making a new one, and we are going to be checking up for a second if we are going to be needing a special program called Zip Extractor. No, we're not going to be needing it for this character, so that is a relief. So let's go ahead and open it up. Yes to everything. I already have this character, so that's that. Now it's going to be called Verer. Now we're going to be having to look for Verer within the document. Hold on. Let's check it out, shall we? Verer. Where would Verer be? Now these things are pretty oddly named at times, so it's going to be a bit difficult for you to find it at times. But at other times it is going to be extremely easy to find them. So, like how I'm currently looking for it, yet I'm not really finding it, which is an extreme pain in my ass. Now I wish I could show you, I wish I could show it to you, and I would like to, but this program, sometimes it's a little bit of a case, so Uziverer. Let's check it out, shall we? Uziverer. So if you try to search these things by their name, they will most of the time not appear for some reason. Don't ask me why or how. All I know is that that happens occasionally. So let's check it one more time, and if we can't find it this time, basically meaning that I'm just blind, as per usual, we're going to be using a different one. Let's see. Yeah, I ain't really finding it. So, because I can't find it, we're going to be using another one that I have, which, let's see, which one would be good? Ah, of course, the standard Hoppo, as she's called. Now this one you can also obtain on Sarita-chan's website. She has a lot of characters like that. So you're going to be coming into this. So shift and then scroll wheel to go up and down. Control, mouse wheel is to go left and right. And holding mouse wheel and moving your mouse will move your character. Now this here will be a bit to get used to, but nonetheless. So you're going to be opening up this tag, and you're going to be going to shadeless. Now some characters might turn a bit pink, as you can clearly tell, and don't bother the panty shot. But in the end, that'll fix itself. So what you're now going to be having to do is click on the character, go to translation, and go and use all of these boxes. Click on them all and let them all do their work. Just let them all translate everything. As you can see, this might take some time upon the mesh. And meanwhile, I'll go and tell you this. So there's also going to be faces and triangles. Now faces and triangles are what's going to be important to you. These two, you're going to be having to get underneath 20,000. The max that you can have it is 19,999. Unless you use a hacked variant of the SDK, which is not really appreciated at the moment. So, once this is finally done, I can show you more about how to get rid of those faces to get to an acceptable level. So, the most obvious way will be to get rid of the shape here. Which, well, I'm saying shape, but what I mean by that is just these weird blue and purple and green thingies, the little ball or triangle or cube shaped items. These here take up a whole lot of space. So once the mesh is finally done, which surprisingly is taking a long time, I'll be able to show you what's more. So also a quick little in between. Some characters, if I just switch my DPI, will also have some occasional problems. Like this one, for instance, which I've made, has the problem of the thumb. Now, I have no idea on how to fix this yet, but once I can, I will fix it. And I would inform you guys on this. But for now, we need to get this done. Come on, what is taking you so long, huh? Now this here's a bit of a case. This has actually never happened to me, so I do not understand why this is happening while I'm making a video. This feels extremely shitty. Yeah. I'm actually going to be... Oh, never mind. I was just about to stop the video, but no need for that. So now we're just going to be having to do the materials. This is done pretty damn fast. Now what you're going to be having to do, watch this. You're going to have to right click the skin, hit H. Then you have to grab these little things, which are called the armature, also known as your bones. Very important. Then press B, which will open up this, and left click hold to go over all of these shapes. These are actually required for MMD to make the character move. So now we're going to be going to delete and OK. Now they're all deleted. So now we're going to be doing is Alt H, which will bring her back. As of the following, we will right click on the skin again and separate by materials. After that, we remove the armature for a while. As you can see, our faces and triangles are on 21,320. This is close to what we want. So for this, we've got 3 ways to do it. We've got what's called decimation. There are multiple forms. Number 1 is to grab one of these items and to delete them. Now, this is not something that I like to do, so I try to avoid that. But the second form, which I find the most appreciated, is collapse. There's also planar, but that gives off a difference between faces and triangles. Not acceptable in my way. So we're just going to be using collapse. Now, for collapse, we're going to be taking the skirt. We're going to decimate. After you've clicked this little wrench, of course, I forgot to say that. And as you can see, it features 1,600 faces. We can easily lower this down. So we're going to left click and hold, and we're going to slowly lower that. Now, as you can see, if you do it too much, the skin or anything will just turn to shit. Of course, you don't want that. Nor do you want to get underage, the jailbait stuff. So, we're going to be bringing it back as it is. We're going to be taking it to, well, about half of what it is. It's actually precisely half right now. Oh my god. So, next up, we've got, for instance, the hair. Also, do not try and decimate the face. The face will be very important if you want to add eye movement and stuff. Now, I won't be doing that because I just want you guys to know how you get the basic aspect. So, what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be reducing this, and we are now below the limit. So, after that, you can just, well, Alt-H, come back, boys. Now, that is not a per se necessary step. Now, we're going to be clicking on Fix Model. This is going to be attaching everything again. And after that, what I do most of the time is go to Separate again. So, then we go to File, we head over to Export, and we go to the FBX. Now you return to the file where you are, and we've got all of these lists of FBX. Now these are the ones that I've already worked on, so they're pretty okay. Now what we're going to be doing is go here. I've got a preset ready for this. I'm going to be doing this on VRchat. Thanks to a YouTuber called Tupper, I've learned how to do this. So this here is how we do this. This here all has to stand like this. In the geometry, everything has to stand like this. In the armature, like this. You can pause the video if you want as well. In the animation, like this. So once you've gotten all that done, you can click on that and name it to what you want. So I'm going to be calling it Hoppo Test. Or rather, hold on, Hoppo Video. I'm going to be clicking that away, and now it's .fbx. Now we're going to export this, because it's going to be very, very important. Now, you're done here. You don't need to keep this open anymore. So we are going to close this. Yes, please. And now we are going to be opening up our Unity. Oh dear, it's difficult to see when the keyboard is dark. So what you're going to be wanting to do is to create a new folder here. And it's going to have to be a 3D project. So I've got mine, which is Ray class. This one is the one that I primarily use to work on characters. I'm going to be clicking on that, and it'll begin to open itself up. Now this can, depending on your computer, it can take some time. And yes, so here's our character, which we were already working on last time. This here is actually Bismarck. So I'm going to be going out. Ooh, my yeah, my FPS is a little bit low. Yes, hold on. What did it actually say? It actually, hold on. Yeah, excuse me for this. Actually, we are going to be closing the VRchat just because of my FPS being absolutely torn apart. So now I've got a little bit more of a stable FPS. Now I'm going to be deleting this because we don't need this at the moment. So we're going to be going to the assets. Now you remember that you've saved the cubed Unity shaders and the SDK. What you're going to be doing is bring them both in here. Now it's going to take some time for that to work, but once you have done it, it's good. So next you'll move over to your documents, but before that we're going to be making a new folder. We're going to be calling this, let me just turn on my light, Hoppo Test. Damn it, I did it again. I even called it a little bit different. Hoppo Video. Yes, the character's name is indeed Hoppo. Now we're going to be creating another folder within it called textures. This is absolutely necessary for a lot of stuff to work. Now what we're going to be having to do is look for that file. Now to simplify things, I'm going to be searching Hoppo, and we're going to be going to, let's see, Hoppo, there, Hoppolud, and we're going to be opening the location. Now here is our little location. You got that. Now what you're going to be having to do is left click, drag, and deselect the PM axis if you want. I do that all the time. And let's just deselect your FBX, because you don't want your FBX to get in there. So once you've gotten all of your FBXs, depending on how many you have, out, hold left click and bring them all into the textures. As you can see, they're now in. Now return to the Hoppo video and bring in your FBX. Now it's going to be importing that, and after that you go to humanoid. Very important, otherwise your character might move a little bit odd or might not fit in the game. So we're going to hit apply. Now another step is going to be very important. We open this up, we go to configure. So this will open up this little tab here. Now we are going to be needing this for certain stuff. As you can see, this here is all your armature or your bones. Now you've got to check if everything is here. If one is missing, for instance within the left hand, like let's just say your distal is missing, you go back and it'll say it right here. Then you just have to take that one and bring it in there. Once that's done, it's done. Now there's also one problem which occasionally, aka a lot of the time, happens, and that is that when you go to head, it'll say that your jaw is your front hair. To this you say delete. You do not want that, or your hair will be moving when you talk. Then you hit apply once you're finished. As you can see, that's done. So after this, you can bring your character right in here. Now she's going to be a bit tall in the beginning, but if you go here and you search VRC, you'll be needing to grab the avatar descriptor. I'm going to be giving her male movement because she's a small character. Now what we're going to be needing to do is find the little camera, because there's a little ball. We'll just go and get the Z. Correct. There we go. There's the ball. And we're going to be making her, let's see, 80 centimeters tall. As you can see, she is way too tall to be 80 centimeters. So we scale her down. 0.4. Nope. 0.3. Oh, getting closer. What about 0.26? That must be getting a little bit close. Yes, we are getting close. What about if we do 7? 5? I think that we're good here. So we're going to be setting the other stuff into the same status to make it not look too weird. So that there's our character. Now we're going to be bringing this in. There it is. Oh dear. Excuse me. Sorry for bothering your eyes. Now we're going to be lowering this up until where her eyes are located. So 0.7, a little bit too much. 0.68, a little too little. 0.69. Now, the most ideal number to do here is 0.05. As you can tell a little bit, right here is the little ball. So we're going to be increasing the height of it just a tad bit more to fit it a little more. Oh, actually, hold on. Something has gone wrong. There we go. The ball is now around here. More fitting. So, after you've done that, you can, for instance, if you want, go to the materials and let's take the entirety of the item. So Control A and then go to Cubed Paradox, which has been opened to you. You go to Flatbed Toon and there she is all lightened up. Now for the ones who do have stuff like MK Glow, which is free within the asset store, you can just go and click that, and you can make this, for instance. Just give it a glowing texture. This here is only for people who want it. So, also, there might sometimes be a little bit of a problem, that it looks as if your character is 2D. That is actually within this. So, you don't want to be in here, that there's the game. So, you're going to be wanting to go into scene. That's how you'll be doing all of that. And we're actually going to be going into the little texture. Oh, ooh, we actually create black eyes for her. So for now we want all of the textures in. Now we want to bring this in. Now she's got beautiful blue-green eyes, or cyan as it's more called. I think that this here is proper enough. So, what we're now going to be doing, now we have everything preset as we want. We go to VRchat SDK. Now, if this isn't there, something has gone horribly wrong. So you're going to be wanting to go into settings and you want to log in. Once you've done that, you have to go to the show build control panel. This here will check if your character is proper enough. So once this here is loaded in, you see this after a short is probably shorter than you want. No, it isn't. Or polygons 19,151. This after will not perform well on many systems. Well, it depends, because I have a GTX 780 and a proper enough card overall. So this is good for me. I've got a character which runs 19,900, which you guys actually saw in the beginning of the video. So what we're gonna do is hit build and publish. Now this might take some time, depending on how your PC is. Like mine being meh, it does the job. So after this has been done, a little bit of things will pop up. And this here will turn grey. All natural, don't worry about it. So once you've waited for long enough, it'll open up this, fetching user data. Now in the upload image, you can actually see that Hoppo is nowhere to be seen. So we're just gonna call her Hoppo video. Now here you can have a little bit of a tag, so we'll just do hi there viewers. Don't bother me if I wrote it very crappy. You can add content warnings like nudity, sexuality, blood, gore, realistic violence, or other non-safe worthy blah blah whatever. So now once you've signed that, you can go to upload. Now this on itself will take a while, so just give it its time. After this will all be done, we'll be good. So give me a second, hold on. Okay, excuse me, I am back. I was just going out with one of my dogs. So once you've done this here will be the screen that'll pop up saying update complete, launch VRchat to see your uploaded content. You click OK, and now it's going to be bringing you back to where you were, which means that everything went well. Also, one more important notice. You have to, once you import these things, you have to click on import in the corner. Otherwise, it ain't gonna bring it in. So all of these folders are all from characters that I was working on. So we're going to be going into our VRchat. Now, before that, I will actually be going over to File and save the project. Now this is good, and we can just close most of the stuff up. As you can see, everything is good. Now all we have to do is just open up our VRchat and check it out. So I've already got multiple variants of this character that you saw, but this variant is actually the smallest one up until now. So that's actually pretty funny. Oh, come on, there we go, full screen. So here we are in the game. There we go. Let's go ahead and set my DPI to a low amount so we can actually properly game. And now we're going to be going over to the next location. We're going to be going back to the mirror. And there, I believe I saw him in the beginning of the video. Yes, I did. Now, here we are in the beginning. Well, in the place where we were. And it appears that I'm actually attracting people. So, once this is done, you go into your personal, which will have opened up, and you will find several, or just one character, depending on what you've done. So, this here is Hoppo Video. And it appears that somebody's doing something very, very wrong, so yeah, this here is now your character. You'll be able to use it at any time, whenever you want. And because of that, various people have various skins. And it appears that people have actually taken a liking to me. Now, let's go ahead and check, for instance, if some of my friends are online. It appears only Spazzy out of my big array of friends. If Marcel was online, I would still show you this a little bit, and maybe let him say hi to YouTube. Now, this video is going to be uploaded, and after that, I might make some more videos, depending on it. So, I'll also still be working on War Thunder occasionally. And I'm going to be streaming on Twitch, even if that'll rape the internet that I have. Which isn't the best overall. Our internet is 1.4 MB per second at the max, so I might stream at 480 depending. So, nonetheless, sweet shit. Okay. So, you'll find me on Twitch with the same name, and I might already start twitching today. So, I hope you'll be enjoying your new characters in VRchat. To end it off, this is StefJap, signing off.